Hey, what's up guys? I'm Glenn with Long Shot Martial Arts, and today I'm going to answer a question that I keep getting about what throws a beginner should be focusing on when they get started in Judo. And my answer is not a throwing technique specifically. My answer is break falls. If you and your training partners are not comfortable with break falls and you're not confident that they'll keep you from injury, then throwing practice is going to be very unproductive and possibly dangerous. So today we're going over break falls from the ground up in order to work up and build up that confidence to actually train your throws. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so when we get started in our break fall practice, we're going to familiarize ourselves with the landing position. So we're going to start on the ground and we're going to get started with the end result. I'm going to lay on my right side. I'm going to shrug my shoulders up. I'm going to have the left side up since I'm laying on my right side. Right leg goes out at about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to slightly turn my instep down towards the mat, so I'm not hitting anything sharp. I'm not hitting the sharp edge of my foot, and I'm not hitting the ball of my ankle. I'm hitting as flat as I possibly can. Now, my top arm is tucked in tight to my body. My shoulders are shrugged. Teeth are clenched, so that way when you hit the mat, you're not clacking your teeth together or you're not biting your tongue. I'm going to shrug my shoulders up, and when I slap out, my hand is going at a 45-degree angle away from my body. I don't want to reach up over my head. This puts a lot of strain on my shoulder, and it's making it very hard to keep my palm down, and most likely you'll want to slap knuckles down. We want to avoid this. So hand goes down, slapping the mat here, and we always breathe out. So once we find this position, now we're going to go ahead and just raise the hand and raise the foot and get comfortable with the action when we fall. And I'm going to drop my hand and my foot at the same time, palm down, and I want to cup it almost like I'm trying to swim. How you would cup it if you were swimming. So cup your hand, foot up, hand up. Now we go down. And when we do this, I always want to practice breathing out. And we're going to do it through our teeth. Okay? Now, once we get comfortable with just this motion, I want to add a little bit of a rebound. And hand goes down, foot goes down, and they both pop up. I don't want to force my hand and my foot into the mat and be very, very tense here. I want to slap and slight rebound, and then we can relax. We're going to do this for both sides. So from here, we go to the side, slap, back to the center, slap. Once we get comfortable with this, I'm going to pick my feet up and I'm going to add a little bit of momentum. I'm going to go hands up, shoulders up, shrugging, head off the mat, and I'm going to lean to the side and slap out, making sure that I breathe out, and then we come back to the center and fall to the other side. Back up, fall to the other side. Boom. Every time, same position. Okay? Now, we're going to add our back fall. So, this is the basic position, side to side, and it's most commonly going to be the throw or the fall that you take after being thrown in most cases. The back fall is not something that I use very often in live practice. In my opinion, the back fall, the rocking back, here, slapping out, this is only helping develop the neck muscles necessary to keep your head from whiplashing into the mat after taking a hard throw. So when we rock back, this is mainly focusing on strengthening those neck muscles to keep your chin down and stop it whiplashing. I'm going to make sure that I keep my back round, and I'm going to just rock back, almost like I'm taking a back roll. So I'm going to rock back. And now from here, when I go fast, I don't want to just let my feet rock over my head, because sooner or later it will make my head touch the mat. So on the way back, I want to kip my feet slightly up and forward in order to counterbalance that action whipping my head into the mat. So as we come back, popping the hips up off the mat and slapping. Always focusing on keeping the head safe from hitting the mat. So now we're going to add all three of these together. We're going to start on our back. We're going feet up, hands up, head off the mat. We're going to go off to the side. One. We're going to go off to the side two. And we're going to come here to the center. And we're going to kip our feet. Lower back off the mat. Slap at a 45-degree angle with both hands. Once you're comfortable with that, we're going to start working our way up. We're going to start in a crouching position right here. Now, when we do this, I want to rock down. I don't want to have any super hard impact. I want one leg to kick across my body, and I'm going to roll from my heel or the outside edge of my foot, whichever hits first. I'm going to roll all the way up my body and allow my feet to come up as I slap out. Again, the main focus is not letting your head hit the mat and breathing out so you don't get the wind knocked out of you. Rocking back up to the center. Come a little bit closer here. Same thing to the side here. And we come back up. Now, from the crouching position, we'll go straight back. Letting my hips follow my heels to the mat. Tuck my hands in. Arch the back. And back up. Okay? One more time. Rocking back safely. Let's go a little bit further so we don't go out of frame. Rocking back safely. Kipping the feet and coming back up. Okay? Now, all of these break falls can be done from standing, but I think it's much more important to combine your break falls with forward rolls. So, a forward roll is the motion that you will most likely be following, the motion that you will be making in the air as you're being thrown. So, adding the forward roll with your slap out is one of the most practical ways to drill your break falls. We're going to start hands and knees. One knee is going to go back. So if I want to go over my right hand, my right shoulder, my left leg is going to kick back. I'm going to post on the mat. As I reach through, I'm reaching towards that back foot, and I'm going to take my head and my shoulder through my armpit, planting my hand on the mat, and rolling through. Okay? So once we get here, we're going to avoid rolling all the way up like we would do if we were doing a normal forward roll. As I unfold, I'm going to open up and slap the mat, hand and feet, breathing out. Okay? This is a very soft action, and again, I want to avoid hitting my head, and now I want to avoid hitting my shoulder. So, one of the main things for a beginner when they get thrown is that their temptation is to look up into post. If you're getting thrown and you're not comfortable with your forward rolls, then chances of you hitting your head as somebody's throwing you, those chances increase. We want to make sure that we're comfortable with this forward roll, reaching through, protecting my head, reaching all the way through. Soft roll, open up, and slap out. Tuck the chin, looking down towards your feet, down towards your hand, breathing, and now we'll go the other side. Also, when we go over, we want to straighten our body out and unfold all the way. So this will simulate when you actually get thrown over top of somebody. At first, you're going to curve in order to clear your head, your shoulder, and avoid having to post or spike your head into the mat. And it's going to simulate that initial curve, straightening out, planning for your landing. So as I roll, open and slap. Every time. Nice and easy, okay? Now, once we get this down, we're gonna work our way to our feet. Okay, now, once we've worked our break falls from the ground, each side and to the back, we've incorporated our forward roll, unfolding into our slap out. We're gonna just practice our forward roll standing. So, when we go, I'm gonna have the same side forward that I'm rolling over. So right now I'm rolling over my right shoulder, and I'm going to aim my right foot forward, making a diamond with both hands, and doing a teeter-totter action as I lean my head forward, reaching for the mat. This leg comes up, and I keep my back relatively straight. I don't want to just fold straight over my hips. And I don't want to reach away from my foot. If I reach away from my foot, this is actually what will happen when you take a bad ball and you try to look out and post out of a throw. If I try to reach forward, then most of the time you'll be tempted to dig your knee into the mat, or you'll chicken out and hit your elbow and possibly smash your head into the mat. This is worst case scenario when you're taking a throw, and we definitely don't want to replicate that in our practice for our rolls. So, I want to make myself really tightly coiled up around my hip here. Hand goes down, and now I'm going to roll down the pinky side of my forearm all the way up to my shoulder, from this side shoulder to this side hip. I'm going to roll through and tuck and come up. Nice and smooth. Once you're comfortable with this, and you can do this repeatedly, now we're going to add our unfolding action into our break fall. Here. This adds a little bit of momentum, and it gives you a little bit better sense of what it's going to be like to actually be thrown. Make sure that you resist the urge to follow your feet up and land on your elbow, okay? Make sure that you try not to tuck it underneath you. It's going to jam your shoulder up. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So we want to make sure we're here. Arm out. Everything hits all at once. We're dispersing that impact over a large surface area, and we're not drilling, taking that whole entire impact on just one part of our body. I want to avoid hitting shoulder, elbow, hip, foot, and again, we want to avoid hitting our heels on the mat. We want everything to be as flat as possible. So when we roll, head goes directly down, foot goes up. We're not going to reach out away from our feet. Tight roll until our feet come over our head, then we unfold. Head is off the mat, and you pick a side. Now, since I'm going over my right shoulder for the roll, that means we'll slap out on the opposite side. Left side slap out. Okay? We'll go the other side, and now I'll roll over my left shoulder and slap out right side. Here. And make sure that every time you do this, we take a second to inspect our landing position, okay? My head should be off the mat. My hand and foot should be hitting the same time. The top side hand should be tucked tight to me here. And my head, or my teeth are clenched every single time. So as soon as you land, inspect your position, and then we can stand up. Now that we've got all of our pieces, we've got our landing, we've done our break falls swinging side to side from our back, we've done our break falls from crouching position, side, side, and back. You've done your break falls from rolling to slap out, both kneeling and standing. We're going to add a hop to our standing break fall, our standing rolling break fall. Now, this motion is mostly what your body will be doing in a lot of the throws that we practice. And during throwing practice, you're going to want to help sell the throw a little bit in order to help do a little bit of the work for your partner in order for them to develop the full fluid motion with little to no resistance. Now, once you're confident enough with this and you can do it consistently, then throwing practice is going to be easy. It's going to be a breeze. Same thing as our forward roll. The only difference is I add a little hop as I go over. My feet are going to be off the mat. I'm going to slap out all at once, breathing out, spotting my landing, making sure that my foot is out of the 45, my hand is out of the 45, head is off the mat, hand is tucked, and most importantly, we breathe out to avoid getting the wind knocked out of us. Spot the landing, make sure that you're in good position. Thank God you're okay. Standing up. Now go practice your break falls.